Is Saul Canelo Alvarez ducking fighters? Is Saul Canelo Alvarez going out of his way to avoid the hardest fights? If you listen to enough YouTube videos, you will notice that to be a common theme. Canelo's ducking. Canelo's scared. Canelo is avoiding. Canelo is fighting easy opposition. Canelo is not fighting the toughest opposition. You'll constantly hear that. You'll see the titles. Someone who watches his accomplishments, his unifications, becoming undisputed, looks at this and says, you know what? Maybe there's something to this. Maybe they're pulling the okie doke on us. Maybe he is a fraud. Maybe in this age of propaganda that we see all over the world, this is just another form of it. Another lie that the media, that the boxing forces out there are putting in front of me. Or maybe it's just a bunch of disgruntled fan bases who live in a box, live in a bubble, live in an echo chamber, who don't agree about anything except one thing. But the thing they agree on, they don't even agree on it either. Ironically. And this is what we mean. I gathered 7 different fans of different fighters, and they're sure themselves that Saul Canelo Alvarez is ducking their fighter. And they even go as far as to say these are the other guys that are cherry picks. The guys Canelo's going to want to fight because they're easy. Let's talk about it. Let me introduce you to John. John is a Triple G fan. John feels Canelo's running scared of a Triple G third fight. Wants no piece of that trilogy. Even now. To John, guys like Charlo, Andrade, Benavidez are just obvious cherry picks. To John, Triple G is the obvious answer. Not tailor-made guys that are easy to hit, like Benavidez and Bivol. Make no mistake about it. If he fights that, it just further proves with Charlo, Andrade, Benavidez, Bivol, that will prove that Canelo is still on his cherry-picking ways, just to avoid a fight with Gennady Golovkin. But let me introduce you to Paul. Talk about beg to differ. Paul is a Charlo fan, Jamal Charlo. Paul feels Canelo's been ducking and avoiding Charlo at all costs. That's what his favorite channels on YouTube tell him all the time. To Paul, a Triple G fight will be a total cherry pick. Really? At this age, he's old. He better fight Charlo, not tailor-made Euro bums like Bivol and Beterbiev. We don't want to see those. Bunch of Euro bums. But hold on. Let me introduce you to Rogelio. Rogelio is a former Mexicans for Triple G turned Benavidez fan. La Bandera Roja. Rogelio feels Canelo ducks Mexicans. He said it himself. Charlo and Andrade would be cherry picks, total cherry picks. And would prove that Canelo's on his cherry picking ways. Triple G's too old at this point, though. In fairness, John, he's just too old. Canelo aged him out. If he fought him, no credit. It would just prove that he's a coward if he fought him, to be honest with you. But hold your horses. Let's meet Mike. Look, Mike feels that Canelo is clearly ducking African American fighters. And he's cherry picking Euro bums and Eastern Europeans to make Beterbiev is a tailor-made style for Canelo. Totally tailor-made. You want me to give him credit for fighting somebody that's tailor-made for him? Cherry pick. And it's clear they're trying to steer the direction of fighting him, and you think we're going to give him credit for that? No way. Bivol is a Euro bum that nobody knows. Ain't nobody know who he fought. You could pretend you know, but you don't know. Ain't nobody know these guys. Canelo's scared of Charlo and Andrade. It's clear that he's avoiding them. But hold on. Let's meet Malik. Malik feels that Canelo is ducking prime Eastern European fighters. Like Paulie Malignaggi said, I mean, they're dominating the sport today. They are the dominant force. In fact, I have some channels that tell me this on YouTube. He will never fight Beterbiev. Ever. He will never fight Bivol. And if he did, it would be at a catchweight or some type of clause. Beterbiev is the only real threat at the moment, though. And Canelo will never fight him. And if he does, he'll wait till he's old. I don't want to see him fight no Ameribums like Charlo. What a cherry pick that would be. You want me to give him credit for beating Charlo? A glorified poor man's version of Julian Jackson? No way, no credit. He'll only get credit if he fights the real challenges out there. Eastern Europeans. But hold on. Let's meet Robert. You see, Robert feels Bivol is the guy for Canelo to face because he's a mover. And Canelo hates movement. This isn't, guys, realize it's not Eastern European, African Americans, Euro bums, American bums. Relax, it's about style. And he wants no piece of the Bivol style because he can move. Beterbiev is slow and tailor-made for Canelo, and he's old. Triple G's washed up. Charlo's no good. Charlo sucks. That would be a total cherry pick. You kidding me? It's obvious. Hold on, everybody. Let's meet Craig, who says all these guys bullshit. Craig feels all these other guys are capping and doing this on purpose to protect Canelo from Andrade. See, they secretly want Canelo to have that cherry picking Charlo, but they're acting like he's ducking him so you can get that secret credit. And they're acting like Canelo's scared of Bivol and Beterbiev just so he could get some credit, but the reality is they're protecting him from Andrade. That's the reality, ladies and gentlemen. Andrade is the guy that Canelo is running scared from. Now, these are just some examples. You could mix and match. The variety is actually unbelievable, really. I mean, I can't even lie. Like the variety in mixes and matches. Every one of these fan bases accuse Canelo of ducking, being scared, of running scared, of ducking and dodging. Canelo's a fugitive, ladies and gentlemen, running. They all accuse Canelo of ducking their guy. Every single last one of them. They swear by it. They say it's obvious. They hate each other, though, and call each other's fighters bums and cherry picks. Canelo's ducking one guy, but to the other guy, it's a cherry pick. The only thing they have in common is that they all hate Canelo. That's the only thing they have in common. And like the Greeks got together, even though they all hated each other, to go invade Troy, that is what they're trying to do. Don't fall for it. What you're witnessing, you're not being fooled. They can't even agree on who Canelo should fight. The truth is, that's just the reality. Canelo is fighting the best opposition in the entire sport. The truth is, Canelo's one of the few fighters that have become undisputed in the modern four-belt era. The truth is, Saul Canelo Alvarez is the one unifying titles, the one fighting champions, the one dethroning champions. The truth is, Canelo fought 3 undefeated champions at 168 pounds to become undisputed. You don't have to like every single person Canelo fights. You just have to ask yourself, of all these fan bases, do they ever call out their guy and who they fight? And the excuse always is, well, they're not in the position Canelo's in. That's always the excuse. But what's stopping them from fighting each other? The truth is, there's no consensus guy. And why is that? Why is there no consensus guy that Canelo needs to fight? Because none of them are fighting each other. In every other sport, everybody needs to compete with everybody. LeBron doesn't need, it doesn't work like this in the NBA. Everyone just chills and waits, and then LeBron needs to face every single one of them to become the NBA final champion. In tennis, Rafael Nadal, I don't even know if he's still playing, but he doesn't need to go and beat everybody. Like, everybody needs to fight everybody. Canelo needs to fight guys, but so do these guys. That's just a reality. They're not stepping up. They're waiting. They're waiting for a payday, ladies and gentlemen. That's a reality. That's a reality that all these fan bases won't admit to you. That's just the truth. When you look at the raw facts of the matter, you can't deny what the man has accomplished. Nobody's saying there's no room for error or critique or no room to criticize something here and there, but this is utterly ridiculous. All these fan bases, okay, are joining together for one cause. They all hate each other, but they're joining together for one cause. And it's not a sincere cause. They're trying to discredit the man. They're trying to smear him. That's what they're trying to do. But I've gone down for you, man. I've shown you different examples of different fan bases. In fact, ask them. I've been asking for a pledge that if Canelo fights your guy and he beats them, will you finally just give the guy his credit? And when he beats them all collectively, maybe they will all collectively give him his credit. Because to the guy that says he's stuck in Charlo, he's running scared, and they'll push that to the moon. But then when it's rumored that he's going to fight Charlo, then they say, oh, now he's going to fight Charlo because Charlo's coming off a difficult fight against Montiel. Then when he looks at he might fight Bivol, oh, see, he's stuck in Charlo. This is utterly ridiculous. The narratives are utterly ridiculous. And anybody who can't see that, well, I don't know what to tell you.